Welcome to Fixing Assets, and welcome to a bit of a different show because I bought a new car. Well, second hand. So story goes back to thinking, what should I do in the winter? I need to get up the hill. I need to get up the hill to get to work. I need to get up the hill to get to the garage. What happens if it snows? The garage is on the moors in the middle of nowhere. How do I get to it? I've got a Beetle to restore. There might be a marina coming here soon. What should I do? So anyway, I thought, surely if I upgrade the Kia with something with a four-wheel drive system, that'll do. But then what do I get? How much is it going to cost us, etc. The Kia is on a high mileage at the minute, so can't really get much in part exchange for it. So after about a month of searching, I found the solution, and it's genius. Who said I had to buy a different car for the Kia? I've decided to supplement the fleet with something with four-wheel drive, but also something that I'm not going to mind getting a bit mucky coming up the track to the workshop. I can keep the Kia for good, and I can use this in the winter and to get to the workshop. I think it's an absolutely genius plan, except it's a project. It's actually quite a nice project, but it doesn't have an MOT, and we are going to have to put one on so that we can do all the driving. So I'll give you the grand. Well, where do I start with this? The bodywork is looking in nice condition. Paintwork's nice and shiny. There's a lot of straight panels. There's nothing too untoward when you look at the car. Well, from a distance anyway, and from the top. The boot's straight. It's got the spare wheel cover. It's a nice gunmetal grey. And it's got all of its windows, which is good. But yeah, the sides are really quite straight. There isn't a great deal of problem panels that's going to cause any real issue. And it's got these chrome door handles, which I don't know if they're original. Now the big issue is a little bit of rust here. That's the only real blemish. Now the interior is actually very, very, very nice. It's got a standard CD stereo. It's even got air conditioning. It's the top of the range GLX Plus. Carpet's a bit worn out, but I'm not going to complain about that. You should see the one in the Kia after a few years. Now the back seat is also in very good condition, and the boot floor and some car mats are there. That reminds me, I've got to fit them. Now in here, it's a very small boot, the very big problem. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it's a very, very big chimney issue that's very well known. It's called a rusty boot floor. Now, that bit's solid, but the hole isn't. So that is the first bit of welding that you can see from the top. So, now for the frequently asked questions. Number one, are you mental? Yes, but that's got nothing to do with buying this car. Second question is, no, seriously, are you mental? As I said, yes, but not why I bought this car. Next question, do you really need any more projects? You're already welding up a Marina and putting a Beetle back together. Answer, no. But the MOT fail sheet says 4 bits of welding and some front brake pads. Now, I've been blessed with this weekend having not received all the post I was expecting. So, I have a spare weekend. And I also have a list of things to do called an MOT fail sheet. So I've got some front brake pads to fit, and I've got 4 bits to weld up. And what is the future of this vehicle going to be? Well, I'm going to use it this winter and make a decision. Now, the decision could be keep it on the road, keep welding it up and just use it as a second car. Could be to sell it on, or it could be to restore it. Now, the first option and the third option are not necessarily ones that that I can't do both of. I may run it a few years and then restore it. But one thing I would quite like to do is over the summer, maybe get it up on the ramp, sort out any of the non-MOT issues underneath, which there's quite a few. But realistically, it's mechanically okay. It is actually quite nice condition. And, well, it's a Jimny. Who wouldn't want a Jimny? Nice 4-wheel drive vehicle. It's capable of 4-wheel drive. It's also getting a bit of a cult following. Who doesn't want a car with a cult following? I've got 2 Beetles. If there's anything with a cult following, it's a Beetle. Or at least any air-cooled VW. So, future episodes, I'm going to be getting this car ready for its MOT. So, if you want to see more Jimny content, like, comment and subscribe. Mainly the subscribe bit. Would quite like you to subscribe. And catch me on the next episode of Fixing Assets, which could be just about anything.